Welcome back to Tongue of the Serpent. Last time, the dead refused to stay quiet. Sabine reached through water and glass with a warning no one at the crew could afford to ignore. And Lucien, Evelyn, and the others began the dangerous work of unspelling something old, something buried, and something bound to Sabine's death. Elsewhere, Mercy and Cassian followed the faintest of trails in the search for Lenore, chasing erased records, old names, and the kind of silence that usually means someone worked very hard to hide the truth. Now the house is shifting. The past is pressing closer, and what waits inside reflection, ruin, and memory is no longer content to remain still. This is Season 3, Episode 19, The Order of Ashes. What the unfulfilled want. The crew of Morning Star felt wrong in the morning. Not dangerous, not yet, but tilted, as if the building had spent the night whispering to itself and hadn't quite returned to its ordinary geometry. The courtyard was the worst of it, the fountain especially. Its surface lay too still, too glassy, too aware. Evelyn stood at the edge of the stone path, arms wrapped tight around herself. She hadn't slept. Not really. She'd dozed briefly, but the dream she fell into tried very hard to become the same dream. Sabine's hand reaching through the mirror, Sabine's mouth forming words without breath, Sabine's eyes looking past her to something rising. She kept replaying the moment the water snapped shut, as though a door she couldn't see had been locked from the other side. Across the courtyard, Lucien Devereaux leaned against the balcony rail on the second floor, staring at the brightening sky. His whole silhouette looked hollowed out. Morning light meant nothing to him now. Sunrise only outlined what exhaustion had carved. Evelyn tilted her face upward. "You're thinking too hard," she called softly. Lucien didn't look down. His fingers remained curled around the rail.
"I'm thinking exactly as hard as the situation requires."
"Lucien," he exhaled, a sound like something thin being stretched close to breaking.
"Morvant isn't finished."
Just the name, never the origin, not yet. But the way he said it, the syllables chewed, bitter, made Evelyn shiver.
"He didn't get what he came for."
Lucien continued.
"Not then. Not from Sabine. So now he's circling for another opening."
Evelyn stepped closer, as if proximity could soften his fear. "Sabine is the one showing us the way forward."
"That's what scares me,"
Lucien said, finally looking down at her. His eyes were rimmed red.
"She's dead, Eve. Whatever she's touching to reach us, it's not safe for her or us."
Evelyn swallowed hard. "But she hasn't stopped."
"No."
He straightened.
"Which means we can't either."
The fountain rippled, though no wind touched it. The first sign of the day's wrongness. The wrongness was subtle at first. A shadow that didn't line up with the body casting it. A footstep that echoed like the person had changed their mind halfway through waking. Evelyn noticed it in the hallway, a softness in the air, like the world was cushioned in velvet. But then she saw her own shadow lag behind, stretching as though reluctant to catch up. She went very still. Lucien descended the stairs slowly, tracking the same distortion.
It's the unspelling,
he murmured.
We shook something loose.
Before Evelyn could respond, Alice Renault burst out of the library, her hair wild, expression hovering between panic and fascination.
The fountain tried to mirror me.
Lucien frowned.
Mirrors reflect you, Alice.
No.
She insisted.
This one tried to replace me. I leaned over to check the sentiment patterns from last night, and for a second, just a second, my reflection smiled when I didn't. And then it pressed its hand against the underside of the water. Pressed it, like it wanted out.
Lucien's jaw tightened. Evelyn's breath hitched. The crew had weathered curses, spirits, eldritch resonance, angels of the wrong persuasion, but this was different. This was closer, personal, like Sabine's death had become a focal point, and reality around it had started to twist. "We need to stabilize this building," Evelyn said, "before this escalates." Lucien shook his head.
No, this is Sabine's doing. Or Morvant pushing back against it.
Both.
Alice whispered, staring at her trembling hands.
Everything's overlapping.
Lucien caught her by the shoulders before she could pace another anxious circle around the hallway.
Alice,
he said sharply.
You shouldn't be here.
His voice was too raw, too loud in the quiet hall.
You go home. Now.
Alice stiffened.
Lucien.
I'm not debating this.
Lucien's hands hovered near her arms, not quite touching, as if afraid his grip would break her.
This place is unstable. Sabine's ritual is stirring with things that should stay buried. You and Celeste are safer in the Marini. Far safer.
Alice's eyes flashed, not angry, just hurt.
I didn't come here because I'm foolish,
she said softly.
I came here because you're my family.
And that's exactly why I don't want you anywhere near Morvant's reach.
Lucien snapped.
I lost Sabine. I will not lose you too.
Alice looked away, jaw trembling. Evelyn stepped in, placing a gentle hand on Lucien's arm. She came because she cares, Lucien, and because she's useful. She understands the sigil lexicon better than either of us.
That doesn't matter,
he insisted.
She's a child.
I'm 36,
Alice muttered.
And you don't know what this house is capable of right now.
Lucien finished. His eyes flicked to Evelyn.
Neither of you do.
Evelyn breathed out slowly, choosing her words. I'm not leaving, and Alice won't either. If we're doing this, we're doing it together. Lucien's throat worked silently. He wasn't used to being refused by the people he was trying to save. Alice stepped closer, squeezing his wrist with a steadiness she did not entirely feel.
You don't have to protect me from this,
she whispered.
I want to help Sabine too.
Lucien shut his eyes. When he opened them, recognition clung to his expression like ash.
Fine,
he said hoarsely.
But if the walls shift again, or the water moves wrong, or anything looks at you sideways, you run. Both of you.
Evelyn nodded. Alice nodded harder. The crew creaked around them, listening. Sabine's fragment. Evelyn wasn't sure what drew her upstairs, instinct maybe, or the faint, rhythmic sound like fingertips tapping glass. When she reached the third-floor landing, the air felt colder, thinner. The window overlooking the side garden was fogged over, though the glass was dry. Evelyn stepped forward, her breath stilled. Sabine stood in the reflection, not outside, in the glass, as though the window pane had become water again. Her hair drifted in weightless curls. Her dress rippled as if caught in some current. Her face, Evelyn's chest ached. Sabine looked so young, so unbearably alive, eyes wide and pleading in a way that suggested she was fighting very hard not to panic. Sabine's lips moved, a single phrase.
"Don't stop,"
Evelyn whispered back. "We won't." But Sabine's gaze jerked to something over her shoulder, something outside the window's frame. Her outline flickered, and behind her, like an inked shadow, swelling from depths, something darker rose, a shape with no reflection, a void that swallowed the light around it. Morvant. Evelyn stumbled backward. Glass frosted over instantly, obscuring Sabine as the shape behind her continued to grow. Lucien reached her just as she pressed a shaking hand to her mouth.
Evie, what did you see?
She pointed to the window. "We're running out of time." Lucien stared into the glass, face pale, hands trembling, but he forced himself forward.
We won't stop,
He whispered.
Sabine, we're coming.
For a moment, Evelyn thought the glass might crack. It didn't. But the shadow behind Sabine lingered. Decision point. Back in the main hall, the three of them sat at the long wooden table. Evelyn, Lucien, Alice, surrounded by books and fragments of sigils Sabine had carved decades earlier. The air smelled faintly of burnt lavender and river mud. Alice spread out the reference pages she'd compiled last night.
All of this, every symbol, every mirror fragment, every dream, it points to the same thing. Sabine was undoing something, a binding, a bargain, maybe even a curse.
Lucien nodded slowly.
She started the unspelling the night she died.
And you two continued it yesterday.
Alice said.
Which means the barrier between Morvant and the Pact is thinner now.
So, what do we need? Evelyn asked. Alice tapped the papers.
We need the original echo, the outline of the deal itself. The Pact's residue must be somewhere. It always is.
Lucien's voice dropped.
I don't know who made the bargain. I only know Morvant's name.
Evelyn glanced up sharply. You think Sabine knew? Lucien's silence was answer enough. He whispered.
If Sabine wrote anything at all, it'll be the key.
Evelyn nodded. Then we finish what she started. Alice hesitated.
What if Morvant doesn't want you to?
Lucien let out a hollow laugh.
He can want whatever he likes.
Rooftop summoning. Night crawled slowly over New Orleans, the sky melting into deep violet. The crew's rooftop, usually humming with ward lines and rooftop herbs, felt stripped, raw, exposed. Evelyn followed Lucien up the narrow staircase. Why up here? She asked. Lucien gestured to the open air.
Magic's the loudest where the world forgets to hold itself together.
Evelyn shivered. He wasn't wrong. Lucien stepped toward the edge, eyes closed, and exhaled. He didn't draw a circle. He didn't invoke a name. He simply said,
You always hear when I'm breaking.
A sigh drifted across the rooftop, warm as candle heat. Lucifer appeared leaning against nothing in particular. One foot crossed effortlessly over the other. His smile was too bright for the gloom.
You called?
He said, lightly. Lucien didn't bother with a retort.
What does Morvant want? Why won't he let Sabine rest?
Lucifer raised a brow, amused.
Demons don't haunt, darling. They collect.
Evelyn stepped forward. What did he come for? Lucifer's grin sharpened.
potential, the unspent, the unshaped. Morvant feeds on the futures not yet lived. He was promised something beautiful, something bright, and he lost it.
Lucien flinched. Evelyn pressed harder. Can he be unbound from the pact? Lucifer tilted his head.
Oh, every bargain can be unpicked, even the clever ones, but the threads snap. Tension shift. Unraveling one part pulls others.
Meaning? Lucifer shrugged with too much grace.
You're asking the wrong question.
He straightened.
Ask instead who profits if Morvant is freed.
Before either could speak, he dissolved into a scatter of blackened charcoal ash, drifting on a wind that wasn't there. Evelyn instinctively cupped a handful as it fell. It tingled, warm, alive. Then every light in the crew flickered at once. Bulbs buzzing, shadows stuttering, the air ripping with sudden pressure. Evelyn exhaled. Silas is coming. Lucien didn't ask how she knew. He felt it too. The song beneath the city had begun to shift. Mercy and Cassian at the Order of Ashes. Night still clung to the edges of the morning when Mercy and Cassian left the city. The roads eastward grew narrower, lonelier. Cypress trees reached overhead like clasped fingers. The sky felt low, the kind of sky where truths hid because they feared being spoken aloud. Mercy had been quiet the entire ride, not the peaceful kind, but the brittle quiet that builds pressure behind someone's ribs. Cassian kept his eyes on the road. He didn't ask if she was okay. Mercy didn't like that question. Instead, he asked,
You sure you want to do this?
No,
she said.
but I don't think I'm allowed to want anything else.
She was staring out the window at nothing, or maybe a memory. Cassian tried again.
This place, the Order. You walked away after the fire. That's not something most people survive.
I didn't survive it.
Mercy murmured.
I just kept going.
He didn't understand what she meant. Mercy didn't expect him to. Only one lead. Cassian tapped the manila folder in his lap. Their breadcrumb trail was thin. Hartwell's sister's voicemail, a half-burned page, Bellamy's old case file, and a name that had appeared in several places without context. The Sisters of the Purple Veil. No address, no records, just a confirmation they still existed. Just a name echoing through bureaucratic dust. Mercy finally spoke.
The sisters. I never knew them. They weren't part of the same hierarchy as my order, at least not while I was there.
Cassian frowned.
But they might be connected.
They might be anything, holy, harmless, hellish.
Mercy turned her face toward him.
I don't know them, Cassian, that's why we're going back.
To the ruins.
To the last place that ever held any of the truth.
The ruins rose out of the trees like broken teeth. The old order had once been a compound with whitewashed wings and ringed gardens. Now it was a jagged skeleton. Sunlight slid across scorched stone and slipped into blackened windows that no longer faced rooms. Fire had eaten half the bell tower. The other half leaned at a dangerous angle, like a cross forced to bow. Mercy stopped walking a dozen paces from the entrance. Cassian watched her hands clench and unclench at her sides.
You don't have to go in,
he said gently. Mercy didn't look at him.
I have to.
The ash grounds. They stepped through the arched entryway. The air inside was colder, staler, and beneath the smell of wet ash and old rot was something sharper. The scent of incense burned too hot, too long. Before they went any further, Cassian reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small, handheld field reader, a battered little device no bigger than a phone, its screen already trembling with static. He tapped it once with his thumb, waking it fully. Thin green lines jittered across the display. He mentioned he thought it might be useful. Mercy nodded once, her focus on the crumbling order walls ahead. Cassian felt it first. The static prickle across his skin, like a proximity alarm made for ghosts. He whispered,
"The whole building's a resonant field."
Mercy didn't answer. She was staring at the far wall, or maybe through it. The ghost of an old bureau shimmered faintly, pale figures with purple veils drawn over their eyes. She blinked, trying to focus. The mural vanished. Cassian felt heavier the deeper they walked. His boots crunched charred debris that shouldn't have been shifting after 9 years.
"Mercy,"
he said softly.
"what exactly did the order do?"
She exhaled slowly.
They closed doors.
To what?
To everything.
That was not the comforting answer he'd hoped for. They moved deeper into the remains. The central courtyard was a hollowed shell. Charcoal-stained stones formed a circle where a meeting fire once burned. Mercy touched one of the stones with trembling fingertips, as if expecting it to bite.
When the order began,
she said,
they were guardians. They kept things out. Nightmares, echoes, creatures that crossed from darker places.
And later?
Mercy's face tightened.
They started keeping things in.
A bell tolled once. Not loudly, not sharply, just a single low sound, as if someone far away had struck a bowl made of smoke. Cassian froze.
There's no bell.
In his hand, the field reader gave a sharp chirp, and the screen flashed white with interference before the lines returned in frantic, shivering waves. Mercy whispered,
I know.
Mother Agnes appears. A hush fell over the courtyard. Then the shadows shifted. No wind, no movement, just shadows deciding to inhabit a shape. A figure emerged from the blackened doorway of the old chapel. She moved slowly, with the grace of someone accustomed to being obeyed. Mother Superior Agnes. Her robes were burned lace and scorched wool. One side of her veil was singed away entirely. Her face bore the softness of a kindly grandmother and the rigidity of a zealot carved from marble. When she saw Mercy, her expression lit with terrible joy.
Oh,
she breathed, stepping forward as if greeting a beloved lost saint.
My child returns to me.
Mercy's throat closed. Cassian instinctively shifted his stance, not defensive, not quite, but ready. The reader in his hand gave another strained little pulse, as though reacting to Agnes specifically. He lowered it, not wanting her attention on it too soon. Agnes reached out a hand, her touch grazing Mercy's cheek as gently as a blessing.
You survived the trial by fire,
the ghost whispered.
God preserved his most faithful.
I didn't come for your approval.
Agnes smiled indulgently, as if Mercy were a stubborn toddler. Cassian cleared his throat, drawing the ghost's attention. She looked him up and down, with faint disapproval.
Men were never meant to walk the inner thresholds, but you bear strange marks, child. Unfinished ones.
Cassian stepped back. He hated how seen he felt. Mercy asked very carefully,
Mother Agnes, do you know anything about a group calling themselves the Sister of the Purple Veil?
Agnes's expression flickered, not in familiarity, but in puzzlement.
The sisters?
She repeated, tasting the words as if they belonged to a language she no longer remembered.
No such order served under me. No such name ever passed through these halls.
Cassian exchanged a glance with Mercy. Agnes continued slowly, thoughtfully.
If they bear the veil, then perhaps they are descended from those who fled the fire. Sisters who abandoned their vows rather than face the purification God demanded.
There was no malice in her tone. She said it as if stating a tax record. Mercy's stomach turned. Cassian tried a different angle.
We believe they may have taken in a child within the past few years. A little girl named
Mercy whispered.
Cass, don't.
Lenore.
Agnes went terribly still.
Lenore?
She breathed, the syllables cracking open inside her like bells rung underwater.
Someone took her?
Cassian froze. Mercy's eyes widened in horror. Agnes lifted a trembling hand to her burned cheek.
The sisters live?
She whispered.
And they kept her from me?
She began to smile, slow, feverish, radiant.
My miracle lived?
She said.
And they sheltered her?
Then with shocking gentleness.
I will find them.
The fatal question. Agnes turned toward Mercy with radiant, trembling joy.
I was merciful,
she whispered.
I was righteous. The Lord did not let her perish.
Mercy shook her head, stepping away.
You lied to me. You told me she was stillborn. You told me.
I protected you,
Agnes said sharply.
I sheltered you from temptation, from attachment, from choosing your daughter over your vows.
Cassian's voice cracked through the rising hysteria.
We don't know where she is now. We're trying to find her.
Agnes went still. Then she smiled, slow, terrible, hungry.
And you will,
she said softly.
For me.
Mercy whispered.
Cassian, we need to run.
Escape. The courtyard convulsed. Windows shattered inward, sprang phantom glass that cut nothing, but still felt sharp. Flames roared along the chapel's ruined beams, but did not burn. Agnes lifted her arms, and the ghost fire rose with her.
The sisters will know what became of her,
she said.
They touched her. They held her. They will open their doors to me once more.
Cassian looked down once fast at the field reader. The screen had gone wild, spikes hammering so high they blurred into one another. For one absurd second, he saw his own reflection in the glass, stretched and flickering under the data. Then his EM field surged involuntarily, lights flickering, air glitching, the entire ruin stuttering like a corrupted file. For one heartbeat, the haunting dimmed. Mercy grabbed his sleeve.
Now!
They ran. The walls stretched unnaturally, as if trying to fold around them. Voices chanted from the ashes, half prayer, half scream. Cassian shoved through a collapsing doorway, the EM pulse buying them seconds at a time. The field reader sparked hot in his grip, then went black entirely. Mercy followed, lungs burning, skirts catching on jagged stone. Behind them, Agnes called.
Find her, Mercy! Bring her home!
Mercy did not look back. They reached the tree line just as the ruins settled. Agnes stood in the archway, ghost flames flickering like wings.
Lenore lives,
she said to the rising wind.
and I will find her.
You've been listening to Tongue of the Serpent, Season 3, Episode 19, The Order of Ashes. Tonight, warnings sharpened into choices. At the crew, Sabine's voice reached across the veil once more, urging the living not to stop now that the truth had begun to stir. And far from the city, among the ruins of the Order, Mercy and Cassian found not peace but memory, accusation, and a ghost with unfinished designs of her own. The fire may be long over, but some things were never truly reduced to ash. Join us next time, Season 3, Episode 20, where the city song changes again. Old warnings deepen, and the names behind old bargains begin to gather weight. Until then, be careful what you go looking for in ruins. Sometimes the ruins remember you, too.